Golden State with their injuries, Houston needs to be at full throttle in the playoffs.
Okay.
For Washington, it's a matter of getting John Wall back in the mix and acclimated.
Right, that's what I was getting ready to say. He back now. How do you feel about how the team felt about him? Do you feel that the team really felt that way about him, or just a couple of people, or it's just the media stirring up some shit, man, about John Walls?
I think it may have been a combination. I mean, John Wall, to me, he's one of the point guards. As a shooting guard back in the day, I would love to play with because he passes the ball. Now, Washington, he has to score a lot more than he probably would, if he was on an Olympic team or All-Star team. He'll dish it off, and then he'll score in transition. So I think it was a combination. I just think it was frustration because that team wasn't playing well. And you saw for the first week or two, they played pretty well without John Wall, and the pundits were saying, oh, they're a better team without John Wall, which was just foolish.
Right.
I think for them to be where they're at, I think, for them to get where they should, depending on matchups, this whole East and West is coming down to first-round matchups. And all these games matter down the stretch. But Washington can be dangerous depending on their first-round matchup. It's going to come down to Bill and Wall playing well and them other guys just giving them enough because they were right with the Celtics last year to that Game 7. To get to the conference finals. So it'll be interesting with them to see how quickly John Wall gets back in the mix. But he had 14 assists the other night, so
wow,
he can flat out get guys the ball.
Right, that was his first game back, huh? So I think when he was on the bench, man, he was just really studying the game at the time, studying his team. So I think by him sitting out that period of time is probably going to help them a lot, man, because Wall's probably seen some teams that they may be playing and seeing what he can make a difference at when he come back. And I hope that's what he was doing, man, because that's a good team, man. It's just that I think in center, their center spot is what their weak point is, man, because I don't think old boy Billy goes that hard out like he should throughout the whole game. So that's going to be something to watch them Wizards, man. But the next game is the Celtics and the Bucks. Like I said, the Celtics and Raptors like one game apiece, so both of them need the game. But the Bucks also fighting for playoff position. I don't know how far they is from that fourth spot, but they trying to move up. So what you think about that one right there?
Right now, the Bucks I'm looking at the standings. The Bucks are tied with the Heat record-wise, but the Heat had a tiebreaker, so the Bucks are actually in 8th place now. They're pretty much almost locked them in because they're 4 games ahead of the Pistons. But the Bucks gave one away the other night to the Nuggets where they were up like 12 points with like 2 minutes, and they gave the game away. For them, it's just about winning and getting some momentum. For Boston, they've amazed me with all these guys out, especially Kyrie, man. Them young guys is really playing some basketball. They may not get there out the East this year, but you better get Boston this year because they set up real nice for the future with draft picks, all-star player Hayward coming back. So, them coming out the East comes down to Kyrie. I think they're good enough because the best thing about Hayward being injured is those young boys got to play a lot of minutes. It was basically their job, where Tatum probably would have played, 15, 20 minutes a game if Hayward hadn't got injured in that first game.
Right. Yeah, you're right about that.
Boston, they're going to go after it. They play one way hard. Brad Stevens let those guys play, get them in position to do what they do best. So, they were looking like they were locked in a second, but you're right. They're right on Toronto's heels. So, I know they would want number 1 seed if they can get it, but so it'll be interesting with that game. Milwaukee's just trying to, just maybe move up to 7th. I don't think they got to. They're a game behind the Wizards for 6, but there's only one game separating 6 and 8 in the East, and Philadelphia 76ers are only a half game behind Cleveland for 3rd, so there's still a lot of movement that can be done in the East.
Right, and the Sixers got the Nets tonight, and this is the game that I know you're going to be watching and you interested in, the Warriors and the Thunders.
Yes, sir. That'll be an interesting game. No Steph. KD's just coming back. Anytime those you get Russ and KD in the same building, I don't know if it's as much to the media anymore because they were talking at the All-Star game, but I still think the competitive juices when you play your boy, whether y'all fell out and reconnected,
right.
you still always want to be your best friend or your boy. And it's an OKC, so that crowd will be rocking, and you never know. OKC's right there at like 5th or 6th, but they can still fall all the way to 7th and have to face Golden State in the first round. So I'll definitely be tuned in to TNT at 8 o'clock for that game.
Wow, that's going to be a good one. I'm gonna watch that one too, man, because I want to see how Carmelo, how he is right now, this late in the season. Is his jumper going to be like? Because they need to get the ball to him more, I think, because if they can get him to shoot them jumpers from the outside, then that'll open up the middle for Russ a lot, because right now they kind of sagging because he's not getting the ball. And if he get the ball, man, I think Melo got a lot of juice left in him, man, because he really didn't have to play that hard like he did with the Knicks, So I think he's going to be like the rifle man. He's ready and loaded, locked in. I think he's going to show out this year in the playoffs, man. But I'm just wishing all well. Yeah.
I agree with. I think with OKC, he sort of stepped back after they struggled in December and became like almost the fourth wheel with Russ and Paul George, and then Adams on those pick and rolls with Russ. But I think Melo got a lot left in the tank, and I think when playoff basketball slows down a little bit and you need isolation buckets, he's the best on the team. Paul George may be a better player at this point, overall player at this point, but just getting a bucket, Carmelo can still get buckets. So I think they'll incorporate him on those mid-range post stuff, and I think he'll be much fresher than he's ever been in those last few years with the Knicks to be able to take advantage of that and shut some of these critics up.
Oh, definitely, man. Wow, hey, man, I appreciate you taking this, man. Playoffs coming around, man, so you stick around, man, because, I'm going to need you when these playoff games come, man, so we can get deep down and heavy about what happened. And, hey, man, you keep doing what you're doing, my brother. I appreciate the call, man.
All right, brother. Have a great show, man.
All right, you do the same. You do the same as far as being off work. I wish I could work from home, man. That shit sound fun, though. You know what I'm saying? I know you got
to get back to the phone, though. That was just a short break.
All right, man. All right, later. Dude. All right. Yeah, that was an angry black man. That man knows his basketball. I want to welcome some people that came in. We got DJ Queen up in here from Esquire affiliate. She's a DJ, play good music. Check her shows out. Hit her follow button. Follow her so you can hear when Queen come on. And Queen, I was talking about earlier, the marathon we had, how great it was, and we need to do another one soon, Definitely that. Calling, what's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about? We also got Grego in the house. What's up, Grego? Thank you for coming in.
Chief Rock. Good, man. It's Mo Cheese from Fish and Grits, your boy Grits.
What's up, Cheese Grits? What's going on?
Man, I can't call it, man. Just recuperating, sir.
Yeah, so how are you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm feeling better, man. Just for everybody out there, I know everybody was wondering, like, what happened. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I had a seizure. So,
wow.
I honestly haven't had one in, like, over a year.
Right.
And all of a sudden, like, I apparently had more than one. So, right now, your boy is probably going to be out of work for a minute because I can't drive. And we just go back to the doctor and see what's going on, what started causing them to happen again. So, take it one day at a time, but your boy is doing all right, man.
That's what's up, man. Definitely, man. And, I used to be around, some of the kids that used to have it, right? Because I told you I used to mentor. And, man, that's a scary feeling, man. Cause I feel it in when you talked about it, I feel it in me, man. But good big ups to you, man, getting better, man. And like I said, drink a lot of water, man. You know what I'm saying? People don't think a lot of time water helps in a lot of different ways, man, and whatnot.
Yeah, putting the alcohol down, sir. So we're gonna chill out on.
Right, definitely, man.
Yeah, just like I was saying on the show before, man. When we know some shit going on, a lot of times we continue to do the same shit and think we're gonna get a different outcome. So definitely, I'm gonna switch some shit up. But I was really calling in, man, to number one, congratulate you on the Villanova win, sir.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Going for Villanova, I wasn't even going for Michigan. So what I was saying in the chat room, though, man, honestly, just looking at the game, like the boy Wagner, I mean, I think because the team wasn't playing up to his physicality per se, he did start to get punked by everybody else because then they really started coming after him alone. But he was holding his own for a minute. Like you said, he kind of sort of ran out. He ran out of steam, and when he ran out of steam, that really hurt them. And then when they got the when him and the guy from Villanova got the double text, like that was one of them plays that really hurt them toward the end of that half. But Brunson, man, I like Brunson, but for real, T, when you look at the game, Brunson getting away with some plays, he almost Harden-ish, where he would kind of sort of throw his body into the defender. I know they was talking about it for a minute on the actual show. They kept saying that, you know, if they're going to let him come in and get that kind of contact and throw himself up against the defender, then they're not going to be able to stop him because he's too big. They was already talking about how big he was, and he was going to be able to handle Michigan guards anyway. So I'm like, when you give a player of his caliber that leeway to come in and bring your body into another player, but then you not letting them be extra physical down low, I think that's what Nick is saying. I don't like the perimeter players being able to create contact, but then when they get down low and start banging, then it's ticky-tack fouls going on.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah. But, you know, this is my thing. As long as it ain't a call that got something really to take you out your game or make a change in the game, you know, I really don't look at that, man, because they played some good ball the whole night. Both teams was very active and physical, and they was going at each other, man, and whatnot. You know.
The Nova eventually started knocking down shots, and once they started knocking down shots, it wasn't going to be shit Michigan could do really to stay in that game.
Yeah,
because they ain't had the shooters.
Right.
But honestly, man, I check in with you real quick, man. Let you know I was good, man. Let the people out there know I was good, man. Your boy will be back, man.
Okay, but since I got you on here, man, you know, I haven't talked about your team in a long time, man. I even haven't talked to nobody from your team in a while, man. What's up with those goddamn dirty birds, man? And big up to your wife in the chat room, Laffy, and let me see who else in there. The Greatest just came in. Thank y'all for coming in. Yeah, so what's up with your team, Mo Cheese? I'm not hearing nothing from them, man. What's going on with them?
Hey, man, I think we kind of sort of stand pat right now. It's a lot of talk about, you know, building through the draft with us. I think we're trying to make sure we have the money to keep the players that we already have versus trying to go out and make big time free agency moves. Because, I mean, really, it's only a couple of free agents that's been able to be changers for our franchise. Like, you know, Tony Gonzalez, of course.
Right.
I was hoping we were going to possibly go out and try to make a move to get a tight end, but I'm hearing we could possibly get the boy out of Penn State at 26 unless we go defense, which, I mean, I heard y'all saying y'all feel like we got a lot of holes in our defense. I don't think we got a lot of holes in our defense.
Wait, hold on. You said y'all. You say who said that now. I ain't saying. I just agree with it. You know, it could be a possibility they do and whatnot. Who said that?
Who was on that day?
Let me see. Who said that, man? Oh, man. It was just yesterday, man.
Yeah. It was yesterday. Whoever called it talking about we had holes in the defense. I don't think we got holes in the defense.